Hello, welcome back to another video. In this video we'll discuss about accessing non-static members from the static method. As you can see, this particular variable that we have declared, this one is the instance variable and which is non-static. Why it is non-static? Because at the beginning of the declaration of this variable there is no static keyword. So if one variable is declared with a static keyword, then that will be the static variable, and if the static keyword will not be there before the variable declaration, that will be the non-static variable. So this one also instance variable. And in this section you can see this one is the static method. What is the static method? Static method, if one method is declared with a static keyword, that means that is a static method itself. Now we already know that this main method has a special significance because this one is the entry point of the class itself, and we are trying to access the non-static variable or non-static member from a static method or the static context. So this one is nothing but the static context or static method itself. Now what is the mistake over here? Attempting to access non-static instance members from a static method. This is the common mistake, particularly in Java, where the main method, which is static, often need to interact with the non-static members. Since static method belongs to the class itself, not to any specific instance, they can only directly access other static members, variables or methods of the class. But at this point of time we are trying to access our non-static, so this time this will cause an error because instance variable is non-static. Now let me give an explanation how it should work. Non-static members which is require an instance of the class to exist, so they cannot be accessed directly within the static context without creating an object. Now in this example, as you can see that we are trying to access the instance variable without any object. So if we'll try to access it and if we'll try to compile it, you will be able to get this particular error that non-static variable, instance variable, cannot be referenced from a static context. So compiler is giving you the prompt, the compiler will complain that the instance variable cannot be accessed from the static context. So that is, you can see from this section, and it is coming from the compiler itself, right? Now what is the solution? We already discussed about that. For the solution, accessing non-static member by first creating an instance of the class. This way the static method can use the instance to access non-static member. So let me create an instance and then I'll show you that how you can access the instance variable. Now here you can see that I have created an instance of the example class, and this is the object, and with the new keyword we can create the object. You already know this thing from our previous videos, that how to create object. Now through this object or instance we can access the instance variable. So you have to write example dot and then instance variable name. Now if we'll try to compile it and if we'll try to run it, you will be able to see that we are getting the output, correct? So this way we can access perfectly. For example, let me give a little bit more better explanation for the static one as well. If it is a static variable, we declare this variable as static. Now it is a static variable, so I should change the name, but for simplicity I am not changing this variable name. So can I access this instance variable, not instance variable? No, now it is a static variable. Can I access this static variable through the object? Will it give you any problem? No, it will not give any problem. Now let me compile it, and if you'll try to access it, this will give you the result itself. So if it will be a static variable and if you are accessing through the object, it will give you the result. And if you don't want to access through the object, that is also possible in case of static variable. Okay, so let me remove the object itself. Now if you'll try to access the static variable, it is possible. Control 1, control 2. Okay, the name I should change, otherwise you may get some confusion. So this is that this time if you are accessing static, then that time for no confusion I am giving the static keyword over here. So instead of instance I am just giving static over here, correct? So now if we try to access it, this is possible. So only the exception or mistake that you have to remember, if you are creating any non-static variable over here and if you are trying to access it through the static context, that is not possible. Okay, additional tips I want to give 2 point that you need to remember. To avoid this type of mistake, you have to determine if a member really need to be non-static, if it should be accessible from static context, consider making it static, and remember, use static for class level logic and non-static for instance level attribute and behavior. So if you have any question regarding this video, you can write it in the comment section. I'll try to solve your problem as soon as possible. So thanks for watching this one. See you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.